broadcast of Stoughton High School boys basketball on WSTO TV is brought to you by Stoughton Hospital. For more than 100 years, our neighbors in the Stoughton area have trusted Stoughton Hospital to provide personalized, forward-thinking, expert health care. Stoughton Hospital is a proud supporter of WSTO programming, trusted care close to home. Stoughton Trailers is proud to support Stoughton High School athletics. Come join the family. Apply now on our career page at stoughtontrailers.com. The UPS store of Stoughton. You can't do it all at once, but you can do it all in one place. 2364 Jackson Street, next to Papa Murphy's. Hanson Electronics, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent and Radio Shack dealer. Pizza Pit of Stoughton, fresh, fast, and hot delivery of our great pizzas, sandwiches, chicken, and more. And McGlynn Pharmacy, your local full-service pharmacy with free delivery.
That was great. Jason, that was a live singing of the national anthem.
That was very nice. Do we know who that was?
I don't know who that is.
All right.
She did a great job. It can be really intimidating that's a difficult song.
Yes.
And she's singing it in front of everybody here.
Well, welcome to Stoughton High School boys basketball on a cold, clear night. A temperature of 8 degrees outside, always nice and warm inside. Tonight, we have the visiting Monroe Cheesemakers versus the Stoughton Vikings. And tonight, my normal broadcast partner, Jason Schaefer, is unavailable. And tonight we have a special guest analyst, Trisha Charleston, my wife. Hello, Trisha.
Hi, Jason. It's great to be here.
I'm glad you're here. What are we looking at for records tonight?
Well, I'll tell you, Stoughton, within the conference here, is sitting in second place with 7-2. Overall, they're at 9-8.
Very nice. I believe Monroe is also 9-8.
They are, and within the conference, they're at in the third slot at 7-3.
Very nice. All right, just about to get underway here from Stoughton.
It's should be a pretty good game, don't you think?
I think it will be, yes.
It was rescheduled from last night.
Yes.
Because everything was canceled.
So we have a rare doubleheader tonight. This is a 5:30 p.m. game, and the girls' varsity game will follow at approximately 7:15. Monroe will be in red, Stoughton in white. Nelson will tip it off against Cade King. Looks like Cade King is 6'6".
That Jack Nelson is coming in pretty tall himself at 6'7".
Yes. The opening tip will go to Stoughton, and we're underway. Hutcherson's got it in the front court, setting up the offense. Passes it over to Anderson, the only senior. That starts for the Vikings. Here's Sproul. Back to Anderson. Looks like Monroe's playing a zone defense there. Here's Anderson driving in there. Tipped away over to Sproul, and they're going to call a foul.
Was that the traveling?
That was a travel, I'm sorry. Not a foul. Stoughton will play man-to-man defense here. Well, tipped away. That'll stay with Monroe. The teams come in with identical records. Monroe looking to inbound. They got it in there. They're setting up their offense here.
On the Monroe team, we're going to be looking for...
There's a layup. That rims in there good.
By Cade King. He's going to be one of our likely top scorers of the game.
And he's a 6'6" guy, right?
That is correct.
16:50 left first half. Monroe's on the board, leading 2-0. Here's Hutcherson over to Hobson. Hobson tries to get down to Sproul. Go up there, buddy. Goes up and gets rejected by Cade King. He looks like a pretty good player down there. King is a 6'6" senior. He might be the player to look out for, huh?
That's true.
Yeah. Any other players we should be looking out for?
Yes, there is another Cade on the team, number 24, Cade King.
One spelled with a K and one spelled with a
C.
C.
I'm sorry, the other Cade is number 12, Cade Meyer.
Okay.
Not on the court right now. But
Not on the court, okay. Here's Anderson out high. Over to Hutch, down to Hobson, gets it down to Nelson, goes up for the layup. That's good. 16:22 left, we're tied at 2.
Number 25 for Monroe, Carson Leitzinger, should also be a pretty good player.
All right. And who is number 22 there? Do we have a number for him? That's a turnover. Hutcherson coming down the court now. We're tied at 2. Just underway from Stoughton. Here's Hutcherson. They're looking to get it to Nelson. Here's Anderson. Sproul. Gets it down to Hobson. Back to Anderson. Here's Hutch. Sproul looking for that 3. Dangerous pass. Almost turned over. Tipped away. Tipped away by Michael Lang. Which is 22?
Cade Meyer.
Oh, okay. We didn't have that number down. Okay. Here's Anderson. Over to Hutcherson. Back to Sproul. Over to Anderson. Dribbling in. 3 ball for Hobson. Rimming out of there, no good. Cade Meyer with the rebound. Gets it up to, how are we going to say number 10's name? I usually let Shafe do those names. Golembeski, okay. Well, I guess that's not as hard as I thought it would be. This is, how about number 25? Luzinger?
Leitzinger.
Leitzinger, okay. Score is still tied at 2. There's Meyer for 3. Back iron no good. Hobson rebound. He's looking to run. Anderson for three. Rims out of there. That one looked good, didn't it? Hobson for another three. Rims out of there again. Battle for it. Myers got the rebound. And here comes Monroe. Not many baskets being scored so far.
There are not. We're at 14-24 in the first half. Its score is still tied at 2-2.
They'll score a few more buckets.
Those threes by Stoughton are looking good. They're just not going out.
Stoughton looks fired up. That ball's tipped away, and it will go down to Stoughton. In for Stoughton, number 1, Cale McGee. Also checking in, number 13, Drew Belafonte. I said true. It's Trenton, I'm sorry.
Trenton is a
Trenton Conklin.
senior.
Here's McGee for three. Good. That looked good. Hey, you keep shooting threes, you're going to make some of them, right?
That's right.
Keep firing.
Law of averages.
5-2 Stoughton, 13:45 left first half. It's a big game for Stoughton. Ball's tipped away. Conklin, nice job. Here comes Hobson. Over to McGee. Dribbling, kicks it out for Anderson. Nice move all the way, buddy. Left hand, good. Off the glass.
Now we got a game.
Now we got a game. 7-2 Vikings. 13:23 left first half. Stoughton seems pretty fired up here, Tricia. Ball's tipped away. You know, Stoughton struggled. At one point lost 5 in a row. But if they can win a couple games here, they can still win the conference.
You know, it's been just about a week since they last played. It was last Saturday.
I believe that was
Grafton.
yeah, that was a non-conference game. I think they lost
They did lose.
pretty badly in that one, wasn't it?
63-40. We don't need to talk about that one.
No. I've already forgotten about that one. Here's Monroe. That's a tough shot by Meyer. That rims out of there, no good. Rebound by the sophomore Sproul, and here comes Stoughton. Anderson hit that, buddy, for three. Good.
Hot buckets.
Oh.
Is that a real basketball term?
Hot buckets. Monroe needs timeout. Stoughton 10, the Cheesemakers 2.
You know, Jay, I watched a lot of high school basketball this season because I'm listening to your awesome announcing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's nice to see it in person here. It's much more clear, but I'm glad to say that WSTO TV is going HD soon.
HD is coming, and
So
it's super exciting.
We'll be able to see the players just as good from home as we can here.
It'll be great. So that's something to look forward to next season. We'll have HD. Apparently, we're going to have like a monitor we can look at. Could I draw like plays on it?
I bet you could. Just not with the Sharpie.
So what seems to be working for Stoughton here early on? What do you think?
They're just moving the ball quickly, getting it down there, taking a shot right away.
And I like to see that, although they missed quite a few threes, they just keep shooting. Have the confidence to keep firing. Here's Monroe now down by 8. As JTC grabs.
Number 23, Nick Schumacher, he's a strong player from Monroe.
Double teamed in the corner there. Tough shot off the glass,
defense.
no good. That ball's tipped around, going down to Stoughton. Monroe can't buy a basket.
12:23 left in the first half. Score is 10-2. Stoughton Vikings in the lead.
Hobson bringing it up for Stoughton. Over to Anderson. Back to Anderson. He's going to kick it out to Sproul. Hobson. Nice. Go up strong, buddy. And, no basket. That was a 3-second violation.
What does that mean?
3 seconds. So the offensive player, in the lane there.
Yep.
You cannot be in there for more than 3 seconds. Then you got to get out of there.
It's a lot of stuff to think about when you're down there, down low.
Yep. Still only 2 points for the Cheesemakers. That's a long three.
That's a nice basket.
That's good. Just like that, it's 10-5. The three-pointer cuts the lead. 11:36 left first half. McGee's got it. Over to Anderson. Cross pass to Hobson. Hobson over to McGee. Anderson dribbling in there. Gets cut off. Back out to Hobson. Anderson for three. Good. He's feeling it.
They're really keeping the ball moving.
Yes. You know that, like you were just saying, that good movement, no one's sitting with the ball. And with that quick movement, they're finding guys wide open and they're hitting the shots.
You know, I really don't know that much about basketball, Jay.
But you put the ball in the basket, good things are going to happen.
I'm a new fan.
Well, you know a couple of players on the team, Trisha. That shot's no good. Good defense by Stoughton.
I know that Cale McGee.
Yeah, Cale McGee. You also know, Reese, number 10 there.
I do know Reese.
So those are both sophomores playing for Stoughton. Tough pass, tipped away. Oh, a reach-in foul on Hutch. You know Hutch, right?
I've not met him in person.
Okay. That foul's on Nate Hutcherson.
Here's somebody with some delicious hot popcorn.
Well, being a doubleheader tonight, I feel like we're going to have some food at halftime. Maybe the standard popcorn and pizza.
Sounds good.
I mean, that's standard for a high school basketball
Probably
game.
a Diet Pepsi.
That all sounds very... I might get some plain M&Ms to go with that. I mean, that's a good health, a good balanced supper.
That's one thing the Charlestons are all about. It's nutrition.
And I'll be full, and then 20 minutes later, I'll be really hungry again. Stoughton has an 8-point lead.
10:15 to go in the first half.
This number 24, that's, nice bounce pass. Lefty layup is good.
That basket scored by Carson Leitzinger.
If you notice number 23 on Monroe, he has a full beard.
He also has an injured thumb. That is Nick Schumacher, another strong player.
That's an over the back on Nelson.
Playing with a little bit of a thumb injury there.
Oh, he's gutting it out,
and
though.
The beard.
I mean, that's a nice beard for being in high school.
The beard probably wipes out the thumb injury.
Wow, it's just you don't see a lot of high school players with that kind of beard. You really don't. Now checking in for Stoughton, Trisha's number 15. That's Luke Fernholtz. He's just a freshman, playing some varsity basketball.
Get after it, Luke.
Yep. His brother Max Fernholtz was quite the player for Stoughton back in the day.
When did he graduate?
Just last year, Trisha. That rims in there good. And just like that, it's 13-9, and Monroe is right back in the game.
9:27 left to go in the first half.
A lot of times when you're trailing and you can't buy a basket, you take it aggressively to the hoop, throw something up there, and a lot of times it'll just go in. Here's Stoughton. Anderson.
If your rebound game is solid, then you're right there to get it back.
That's Hobson. Might have traveled, got blocked, but they're going to call a foul. Who's that foul going to be on there? I'm going to let you say number 10's name. But that wasn't on. Yeah, that foul. What about number 11's name? That's the guy who committed the foul.
Zolkowski.
I'm finding the cheesemakers' names to be somewhat difficult.
There's a lot of Germans out Monroe.
Yeah. Now, Tricia, you grew up fairly close to Monroe.
I did. I grew up in northern Illinois, probably about 20 miles from Monroe.
Both second free throw is no good. Monroe's probably, an hour from Stoughton, would you say?
Yes.
It's a nice...
it's a lovely...
It is a nice town. We've spent some time down there.
They have that Baumgartner's cheese shop.
Yes. I also enjoy their downtown area. That's also very nice.
Yes, it's great. They have a great
Nelson got it. 14-9 Stoughton, and they're running. Here comes Hutch. Nice pass over the freshman Fernholtz. Out to Nelson. Anderson all the way in with the left hand. Rims out of there, no good. Here comes the cheesemakers. Cheesemakers right back in the game here, trail by just 5. Yeah, that's a bump on Hutch. That's a quick 2 fouls on Hutcherson.
How many fouls can one person have against them?
5 fouls in a game.
And then what?
And then they are disqualified. So now you can see that Hutcherson picked up a quick 2 fouls. You know, Coach Weber is going to just sit him for a little while because you don't want to pick up that third. So Sproul will come back in the game for Stoughton.
Too many fouls.
Yeah. Oh, a steal by Sproul. Somebody's open there. Here's, bounce to Hobson off the glass. Good. Nice teamwork there. Nice dish by the freshman Fernholz.
Michael Lang from Monroe bringing it back down to the other end of the court.
Wow. Shot rims out of there, no good. Sproul with the rebound.
7:54 left to go in the first half.
Oh, dangerous pass there. All the way in. And 1. Nice job, Anderson.
So I've been learning about the fouls in basketball.
Yes.
And I have several of them. I understand several of them pretty well. The whole and one business.
Well,
I never see when that happens.
So the and 1, so he went up for the shot. He got fouled, but he also made the basket.
Yep.
So that's an and 1. So now he's only going to get 1 free throw because the basket counts. So this could be a 3-point play, which rims out of there, so it's not. But 18-9, Stoughton leads. Monroe's working it around, having some difficulties shooting tonight. There's a nice pass. Inside to number 10, who couldn't handle it. Golembiewski fumbles it away. Now, did you play basketball at any level, Tricia?
No.
Did you play for fun at all?
No.
But you watched some high school basketball games because you were in the band, right?
I was in the band, yes. So I don't know if you would say I necessarily watched the game, though.
Oh, okay. Here's Anderson inside to Nelson. Pump fake off the glass. Good. Excellent patience there by Nelson.
We played excellent songs such as the Rocky theme when the Dakota high school basketball players were coming out onto the court for the first time.
Did that get the entire gymnasium jacked up?
It did.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I mean, how can that not get you pumped? Free throw is good. Three-point play.
I always like it when the players make the free throws, Jay.
Yeah, I do too. 21-9 Stoughton. Checking in for the first time is Ethan Scavlin for Stoughton, a 6'4" junior. So you got a freshman and a sophomore and a junior out there. A couple juniors.
Really says a lot about the Stoughton team having such limited seniors, yet they're doing so well in the conference.
You know, a lot to look forward to in the years to come. They have a lot of young. There's a three-pointer. That's way off the mark. No good. That's an air ball, Tricia.
Are we allowed to say that?
We are allowed to say that. I've determined that we can say that now. I shot a few air balls in my career. And then I would tell the coach, Coach, it was a pass. And he didn't believe me.
6:30 to go in the first half. Vikings up 21-9.
Because every time you shoot, that's a long three. Good. The bearded number 23, Tyler Martinson. No, who is that? I'm sorry, I'm looking at our own team here.
Nick Schumacher.
That was a nice-looking shot. So he's the one with the injured hand?
That's right.
But it doesn't look like it's a shooting hand. So, or it's a thumb, you said, right?
That's right.
Oh, that's a travel, isn't it? Well, they're going to call an offensive foul there on Hobson. I thought he might have traveled first, but, you know, sometimes when even if the defensive player is not set, you can't just run him over, you know. And and what the ref, I think, is the referee's talking to Weber about there is how he kind of just lowered his shoulder and bowled right into him, you know. It's always, you know, is it on the offense or defensive player? But when you kind of like burrow your head down and go in with the shoulder, they're always going to call that on the offensive player.
Oh.
That's a travel, isn't it? Oh.
So if a guy just trips and falls down,
Now, didn't it look like he just tripped on that?
it did to me, yeah.
But they're going to call a foul on Stoughton. Who's that one going to be on? That one's going to be on Drew Anderson is first. Monroe having some trouble inbounding. Oh, that's a tough shot off the glass, no good. Tipped around by Scavlin.
Defense is all over the
Battle
place.
for it. Oh, there's quite the scrum down there.
Hey, Stoughton.
And what do we got here? Timeout. Timeout, Stoughton. .5:39 left in the first half. Vikings 21, Cheesemakers 12. You know, as we look in the crowd a little bit, Tricia,
Yeah, let's see.
I see we have a pretty nice student section tonight.
Yep, nice and full.
Game
Did
time.
see the Laney's and McGuire's
Yes.
out at the ticket table.
Haven't seen the McGuires in a while.
Yeah, it has been a while.
They seem to be
Jerry
doing all right.
commented on that. Yeah, doing well. Suppose we'll be hanging out with all those parents again once baseball starts.
Yes.
eh?
Yep. Once baseball gets going.
Boy, it's been fun getting to know those folks.
Yep. A lot of great parents involved with all the sports
Agreed.
programs here at Stoughton. There's a three for Sproul. Way off the mark.
Too far.
That was an air ball, Tricia. I have to say it.
I'm not saying it.
You don't want to say it, so I'll have to say it for you. But we all know what it was. I felt like that shot looked good, but I guess not. That rim's out of there no good. Sproul battled for it. Wow.
Schumacher.
He's quick. That was an inside move. His outside shot is obviously very good. Ooh, and no call on that one. That's good. Here's McGee. Tipped away. Scavlin can't find it. Battle for it. Thrown inbounds. Oh, here comes Hobson. Good with the left hand.
That was some exciting basketball action.
No one could see him to get a handle on the ball there. 23-14 Vikings lead. 4.5 minutes left in the first half. Yeah, Schumacher's quite the player. I'm pretty impressed with what I'm seeing from him. That's a 25-footer. Short, no good.
Thumb doesn't seem to be holding back at all.
No, absolutely not. He doesn't appear to be very tall. Do we have a height on him?
6'1".
Okay. He's
Taller than me, Jay.
good. Foul. That's going to be on Hobson. That's actually taller than me. I'm only 6 foot.
So what is the opposite of a charge? If the
Block.
other
Yeah. Two shots here for,
24 Cade King.
I think the two players to probably, first one rims out of there. I would definitely say the Schumacher and the King, right? Those are the both very good players. Schumacher is going to come out of the game. Wonder if he'll have limited minutes with the injury.
Is that a rule? Is that
No, I just think maybe he can't. He's not a full go. You know, maybe he might be getting sore. I think he's missed a few games. 23-15 now. There's a three by Hobson. Rims out of there, no good. Scavlin had a piece of it, tipped it out of bounds, and it'll go down to the Cheesemakers. Have we seen Ron Jake tonight yet?
I understand that Ron was supposed to be here.
I haven't really looked for him, but I don't see him yet. .45 left in the first half. Carson Lusinger with the ball. Back to Lusinger.
Lightzinger.
Lightzinger. Lightzinger. Monroe's going to set the offense up way out high. Good defense by the Vikings. Not allowing any decent looks for Monroe. There's a drive all the way in there, tipped away. Hobson's got it.
Stoughton.
McGee, this could be a dunk, Tricia. Let's dunk
Let's
it.
do it. Go.
Oh,
Nice layup.
good layup by McGee. I think if the one guy wouldn't have gotten back, I think that could have been a dunk. McGee has dunked it this year. 25-15 Vikings, 10-point lead now. Monroe chipped away, and now, wow, there's an alley-oop attempt, no good.
Stoughton is all over Monroe on the defense.
Yes. I feel like there's some frustration setting in with Monroe.
There might be.
They're just not getting any decent looks and throwing up some wild shots, getting I think, somewhat frustrated.
Well, that's going to be a real game killer. But we're almost to the half.
Yep. Be nice to build a little lead here before the half. It's already at 10. Here's McGee, out to Nelson. Nice movement by Stoughton. There's Fernholz, gets cut off, so he kicks it back out to Anderson. Lost his dribble there. Back to Hobson. Hobson for three. Good. It good.
We saw that Jack Nelson at Sunrise
We did.
restaurant one time. Boy, that guy's tall.
Yep. 28-15. Just like that, it's a 13-point lead for Stoughton.
Just under 2 minutes left to go.
Monroe would love to cut it to 10 if they could, by the half, and then they can kind of regroup. But that's going to be difficult with the defense that Stoughton's playing. There's a three.
Do you ever get a and one on a three-point shot?
It's rare, but it does happen. It's a foul on the floor, and then that's a 4-point play.
That's a lot of points.
It is a lot of points. Conklin checks back in for Stoughton.
Cade Meyer on the free throw line for Monroe.
Free throw was good.
He's a tall one too, 6'7", at the sophomore level.
This guy's a sophomore?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Back iron, no good. Monroe does get the rebound, tipped away. It'll stay with the... Oh! Must have got a piece of Monroe because it'll go down to Stoughton.
The crowd gets a little basketball action.
Yeah. Down to a minute and a half here in the first half. Here's McGee. Here's Hobson. Gets fouled. That's going to be on number 44, JT Seagraves.
What was that foul?
Might have been a block. Not sure. That's only the 4th team foul on Monroe. Here's Anderson.
How many fouls do you get before you go into the bonus?
7. So as you can see there, we're in the bonus. That's a nice drive by McGee. Off the glass, and it's good. 30-16 Vikings. As we approach 1 minute left in the first half. Stoughton with a nice 14-point lead. That's Seagraves. Tough shot off the glass, missing. Here comes Hobson. He's going to slow it down.
Now, I know that at the end of a game, a team will slow down their play and just kind
Yep.
of not take shots if
So
they're
I just-
ahead. Is that going to be a strategy at the half here, too?
Yeah, so just as you say that, I just looked at Weber, and he had his number 1 up in the air, which means they're going to play for the last shot here.
So he's just holding on to it until the last seconds?
Yep. So he'll probably go with about 10 seconds left. So we're down
Now,
to...
there's no shot clock in high school, so you can do
Yep,
that.
you're right. Now, Monroe has some fouls to give. I'm not sure why they're not fouling. Now they got to go here. McGee for 3.
Oh, and
No good. Hobson's got it. Oh,
that
missed
was
it.
kind of a over the shoulder, around the back shot.
Good attempt there. So what do we got for a halftime score here?
30-16 Vikings.
Nice.
10-minute half.
Oh, I didn't get a 50-50 raffle. Yeah, we usually do. Okay. Now see.
You asked me the other day what my favorite sport was to watch on TV.
Yeah, what is it?
I said baseball, but
Yeah.
I've thought about it some more. And my favorite sport to watch on TV is American Ninja Warrior.
Is that a sport?
Well, I think so. Like,
All right.
what else would it be?
Well, now that you do enjoy that,
Yeah.
and I occasionally watch with you, I do find it enjoyable.
Yeah.
You really find yourself rooting for them.
Yes.
You know.
You root for every
Yeah.
contestant.
Yeah, because you never want someone to not do well in it.
Are they called players? Are they called contestants?
Contestants, probably.
Athletes?
But you have to complete the course, so it's not a judged event.
Right.
Which, yeah, you either have to. It's amazing what those guys can do.
And women.
And women.
Which is one of the reasons I like it so much.
Has a woman
and
ever?
Women competing on the same course.
So they're competing on the same course?
They are.
Wow. That's impressive.
Hey, let's talk about our sponsors.
Sure. Well, we always, of course, Stoughton Hospital, a great
Wait,
sponsor.
let's see. We have 6 sponsors to talk about, and I can tell you that I have personally availed myself of the services of 5 out of 6 of them.
Why don't you tell us about the sponsors tonight, Tricia?
All right. Well, there's McGlynn Pharmacy,
Excellent.
your local downtown pharmacy, friendly people, and they deliver.
That's great. I see the little McGlynn pharmacy little car driving around once in a while.
Yeah, he's delivering medicines to people.
That's great. That's great.
It's hard for some people to get to the pharmacy.
Yeah,
So
a great
service
a
that
great
they offer.
hometown drugstore. It's great.
Another sponsor I'd like to talk about is Pizza Pit.
Oh, Pizza Pit, delicious.
Pizza Pit has kind of ramped up their Facebook activity recently, and I have enjoyed interacting with it. And they do this Where Are We Wednesday contest, where every Wednesday they'll take a picture of the top of the car. It's got that Pizza Pit sign on the top of it.
Yep.
Somewhere in Stoughton, and they'll
Oh, and you have
post
to
it up,
guess
and
where
you
they
have
are?
to Yeah, the first person that guesses gets a half-price, extra-large 2-topping pizza.
Have you ever guessed right?
I have, although I wasn't the first, but they still
Oh.
gave it to me
Nice.
because they're nice people.
Now I'm gonna take a wild guess at what your favorite type of pizza is from Pizza Pit.
Okay,
I'm going to guess it's the 5-alarm.
it's the 4-alarm.
The 4-alarm.
I do love the 4-alarm.
Now what comes on a 4-alarm?
It has sausage, onion, pepper jack cheese,
Ooh.
jalapenos.
Okay,
Very delicious.
that is good.
So when we get that, I know we have to get the jalapenos on the side because
Yeah.
you're not a fan.
Shafe and I have talked a lot about there's a lot of pizza,
There's a lot of great
options in
pizzas in
Stoughton,
town.
but Pizza Pit's the best. It's our favorite, and so we usually just talk about Pizza Pit. So,
There's a lot
I
of
mean,
great pizza in
why
town.
go somewhere else when you can just go to Pizza Pit?
Well, it's fun to try other things too. But
It
Pizza
is.
Pit's great, yeah.
And I've tried
And they're
others,
the
but
sponsor, so we'll just talk about them.
yeah. So what else do we have?
Well, we have Hanson Electronics. They're our local U.S. cellular
Yes, and
provider.
I always go there for my cellular needs,
Same. I know cellular is very difficult to say.
my mobile phone. Yeah, they're a great sponsor. That's they're very hands-on over there. If you have a
Yes.
question about something, and when you're old like we are, you're not always sure how things work. Like, what does this button do?
That's true.
And they can tell you.
Well, we do have a teenager at home to help with that,
We do, yes.
and he is very helpful.
He is helpful.
Yeah, the Hansons are great community supporters too. They really like to help out the dancers
Nice.
and other community organizations. So yeah, they do a lot in town.
Hey, there's Kyle walking in.
Hey, Kyle.
What else we got?
Oh, the UPS store.
UPS store?
They're a lot more than just UPS. You can have a PO box there. You can get stuff printed. You can have signs and stuff.
So if
made.
I didn't want my mail delivered at my house, I could have it delivered there?
Yes.
That's interesting.
You would have to go and pick it up.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of other options just besides the things that
Oh
you
yeah,
think.
they do a lot of stuff.
I believe they sponsor a lot of things too, like
do.
Little League teams and that kind of thing.
And they do. Well, who else do we have here? Stoughton Trailers, one
Well,
of our favorites.
You can never, we always got to talk about Stoughton Trailers. If you need a job, like you need a job like now, and you need to start working tomorrow, they're always hiring.
They are always hiring.
Always hiring.
Now, your son worked at Stoughton Trailers over the summer
he
last
did.
year, so they had some great opportunities for summer employment.
Yes, and I'll tell you what what I found to be the case with Stoughton Trailers is it's tough work, but it's good, hard, honest work.
Right.
And for my son, who had just graduated high school and was looking to make some money, I mean, it's a great job for you work hard, making a decent amount of money there, and it's not easy, but it's good work.
And we know a couple of young women who worked at Stoughton Trailers over their college Christmas break here, worked just for a few weeks. One of them saved up enough money to pay 2 months of rent back
That's
at
great.
school.
Well, and my son was able to move out to California and have some money to spare from working there.
Yep.
So it was a
great options for young people.
and there's great opportunities over there. So we always appreciate all of our sponsors.
Now, you do have to be 18.
Yes,
so
you do have to be 18.
You can't send your high schooler necessarily over there,
Yep.
but if you're looking for a job right after you graduate, that's a great way to go.
Yep. Earn some money for college so your parents don't have to pay for everything.
Yeah. Who else we got? Oh, Stoughton Hospital. Gosh. Can't say enough about them.
Yes.
They're award-winning. They have great service. They worked really hard on that for many years.
I've had a surgery performed at Stoughton Hospital.
Tell me about it.
And they did a great job. And
it was Dr. Schwab.
yes. It was just, the staff is great.
Yep.
You feel comfortable there because...
Boy, they really care about you.
Yeah. And when you have a surgery or some, a medical issue, it's nice you feel that comfort. Like,
and your friends and neighbors work there.
Yep.
Those are the folks who are caring for you. It's people
yes. You know. It's, I think we sometimes take for granted having such a great hospital in our small town.
Huge asset.
And it's nice that you don't have to go to Madison or Milwaukee to get great care. You got it right here in our hometown, which is nice. So.
Oh, there's somebody walking around with some Pizza Pit pizza right now.
Oh, that is. He just went for 2 slices right away.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
You gotta go 2 slice.
I think
Pizza Pit has 2 Slice Tuesday, where you can get 2 slices, a breadstick, and a bottle of pop for $5.
I think with it being a doubleheader tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, that gives us ample time to grab a slice of pizza between games, don't you think?
It does.
Yeah. Well, we talked about the sponsors and the support that the sponsors give the athletic programs.
Yep.
And we also talked a little bit about just the community in general, the support that this community, the players support that they're given from the parents, and it's great to see.
Stoughton's a great city. I love living here.
I do too. So we got about a minute and a half left before we'll start the second half.
Should we do some more I Spy in the crowd? I see.
Yeah, who else we got here?
Rob Knopf there.
Oh yeah, Rob Knopf's always there. And right next to him, his son, Connor.
Young Knopf. Oh, okay, Connor. Yeah.
Connor, and next to him in the white is Connor Blaney. Who else we got back there?
Behind them?
I believe that's Curtis's mom.
Curtis's mom, and I just don't know where.
Yes,
Well, maybe she'll hear the broadcast later and then.
Yeah. But I'm pretty impressed. I'm really impressed with the student section tonight. It's really
packed.
full. It's great to see. You also have your fellow students supporting you, which I'm sure is really nice for the players to see.
Do we see Happy Charleston over there?
I do not see Happy. In fact, no, I don't. He thought he might come, but I think I see Egan back there.
20 seconds to go to second half.
So what are you looking to see in the second half here, Tricia?
Well, I'd like to see if the coach gave an inspiring speech to Monroe. And if they settle down from being frustrated,
Yep.
maybe can get some baskets going. It would be fun if it were a little bit closer game, but not too close.
Maybe a little closer, but definitely Stoughton wins no matter what.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what you want to see.
Just about to get underway here. Monroe in red, Stoughton in white. Monroe going to your left as you watch.
Carson Leitzinger starting out the action.
So the player that we've talked about quite a bit is not in the game right now.
The Schumacher?
Yeah, so the injury must bother him a little, He probably can only play sparingly. Stoughton's got it.
Do you think he said, "I'm hurt, Cap"?
Yeah, I'm all broke up, Cap.
There you go.
I think you can only say that on a ship. There's a foul. I feel like
Aren't we really all on the ship of life?
Yeah, but isn't that? I feel like that's been said in a lot of movies. I'm all broke up, Cap. Like in A Perfect Storm.
I never saw it.
Wow, you haven't seen that or Goonies.
No, I've not seen Goonies.
Off the glass, rim's no good. Nelson with the follow, good. Nelson's going to play football at UW, Tricia.
That's very exciting.
He's
So,
already has a scholarship.
does that mean we're going to have 3 Stoughton players on the UW Madison team?
I think we might have 3 already. That ball's thrown away, and Stoughton is starting to pull away here, Tricia.
We've got a Krumholtz.
We got a Krumholtz, we got a Shipper.
Ship.
And we also have, I believe, Jordan Diabenito.
Oh, Di Benedetto.
Yep. That shot's no good. That one did not hit the rim, but it did hit the backboard. Here's Monroe still looking to get their first points of the second half. They trail by 16. I definitely thought the game with identical overall records would be a little closer, didn't you?
Agreed. Yes, I did.
There's a pull-up. Rim's out of there, no good.
I think there's a lid on Monroe's basket.
Yeah.
Is that a real saying?
It is. That's a foul on the floor. Yeah, sometimes you almost feel like when you can't hit shots. That's like when I played in high school. I'm pretty sure there was a lid every time I shot.
It just came down anytime that you wanted to
Yeah.
shoot it.
I could shoot really good in practice, and when it came to the games,
Well, we've gone to gym here and there,
that's good off the glass.
shoot some baskets, and
So-
I would not want my shooting percentage to be published.
Sometimes the coach would be like, "You are trying to make the shot, right?"
That's
So
right.
here's a long 3. Rimming, no good. Did it just get really loud in your headset?
It did. Okay, can we talk about...
15:50 left.
Can we talk about the bonus again?
Yes. Hey, there's Jordan Diabenito right there.
Di Benedetto?
However you say that. My headset got super loud. Stoughton by 18. That's going to be a timeout, Monroe.
15:36 to go in the second half. So I look at the scoreboard and I see now that there's a 0 in the team fouls on Stoughton's side.
Yep, because you start fresh in the second half.
So Monroe already has 2 fouls?
Yes, they've committed 2 fouls.
Oh. So we were in bonus. We're not in bonus anymore?
No, because it's a new half.
Okay. Now, if Stoughton had a 7 in their team fouls box, who is in bonus?
So see the bonus at the top of your scoreboard?
Yes.
When you're in the bonus, that will light up.
So then the other team is shooting free throws at fouls.
Yeah.
Or when they are fouled.
Yeah.
After that.
Right.
So you don't want the little bonus light to be on your side.
Yeah, you do, because then you're shooting free throws. We'll get it figured out. By the second game, you're going to have it all figured out.
All right.
That's a foul. Blocking foul on Nelson. .24 left.
You know, I wish they could make the buzzer a little less harsh in basketball.
You know, we have technology, right?
Yeah.
So why does the buzzer still sound like when my dad was in high school?
Yeah, couldn't it be like...
Like, I feel like when George Cease was in high school in 1958, the buzzer sounded exactly the same.
Couldn't it just say, buzzer?
Right.
Buzzer.
Well, the lead is down to 16, and we're going to have to get it over half court here.
All right,
I don't think they're going to get it over. Yep. Now, do you know why that's a violation there, Tricia?
Wait, what happened?
So, when you're bringing the ball up court, you only have 10 seconds to get it across the court. Yep.
Yeah, the refs will count down.
Yep. And Stoughton obviously had some troubles getting it over, and it was a 10-second violation. Still a 16-point lead.
So that's a change of possession?
Yep, that's a turnover. That's a long three. Way off the mark, no good.
I was just about to say that was pretty close.
To an air ball? You don't want to say it, do you? .44 left in the game. 34-18 Stoughton. Stoughton has a much easier time getting it over this time. Lefty layup is good. Good by number 4, Drew Hansen. 36-18.
Stoughton double the score.
Yes. That's good because me and Shafe have all kinds of problems with the math.
Yep, I know you're...
The ball's kicked away.
Oh,
that's a foul. Ooh, hopefully he's not hurt. That's going to be on number 11. I'm going to have you say that name.
Aaron Zolkowski.
And Schumacher's going to come back in. I'm assuming he's just not at 100%. You know, not only does he have a beard, but he has a tattoo.
He does have a tattoo.
I mean, are we sure he's
Is he 18 already?
Yeah. Stoughton with the big lead. They've doubled Monroe. Here's Anderson. Gets it out to Sproul. Stoughton can be patient here. Don't need to be in a hurry. Here's a three by Sproul. Wow. And the rebound is good and one. Nice job, McGee. So if we talk to Reese later, he's going to say that was a pass to Kale.
Well, I think let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
And you can see Coach Weber talking, Coach, it was a pass. And Coach was like, no, Reese, that was an air ball. But hey, we got some points anyway, so. Free throw rims out of there, no good. Stoughton by 20. I know you were hoping for a closer game here, Tricia, but I don't know if you're going to get it.
No, that's all right.
Main thing is Stoughton's going to win.
That's right. You're an experienced sportsman. Does it kind of throw you off a little bit when you come back after the half?
Oh, no call.
And you're going a different direction?
Oh, you mean because they switched at half?
Yeah.
It can be. I like the no call there on that one.
Good job not calling it.
Yep. Here's Hobson off the glass, rims out of there. I think he rushed it a little bit. Hobson is also the starting quarterback for the football team.
Oh, the heck. I know Stoughton encourages athletes to play more than one sport.
Oh, that's the old ball stuck in the hoop. You know, another thing I've never understood about basketball is every time there's a substitution, why do you have to hit the buzzer?
Can you just say substitution?
Yeah, but every time somebody comes in, it's like... Now, as you know, down by the scoring table is Fernholtz, and they're going to buzz again. There's Hobson. Kicks it out to Hutch. Nice rotation there. Hutch takes it all the way in. Off the glass. Missed it. Go up again, buddy. McGee all the way in there. Rims out of there, no good.
I always like it when they do fancy passes.
Yeah, they're really moving the ball. That's a 3. Rims out of there, no good. That looked like it was all the way down, didn't it?
Yes.
Here's McGee. You know Cale McGee.
I do. I saw him at Quick Trip.
Was he buying something healthy?
I don't know.
There's a 3. That's good. And
that was number 22, Cade Meyer.
Cade Meyer. You said he's only a sophomore? Or is it the other one?
Cade Meyer is a sophomore.
Okay.
6'7".
Well, just like that, Tricia, Monroe's made a little run, and with 12:02 left, they have cut it to 15. I still feel pretty good about the lead, though, don't you?
I do.
You're not concerned about the lead right now?
I'm not concerned. No, especially the way both teams are playing. Stoughton just seems to be working well.
Yep.
What are you doing after the game, Jay?
Well, immediately following this, there's another game. Girls' game. Would you like to also join me for that game?
I think I would, yes.
I mean, if you don't have any other plans. And afterwards, I'm not sure.
There's always a little something going on in town.
Yep. I usually prefer the downtown areas of Stoughton.
I do too.
There's some nice places to go for fish fries.
All the fish.
A lot of fish.
Did you have fish fry today?
I did not have a fish fry. You know, with this game being a 5:30 tip-off, there just wasn't time for fish.
No.
But there's time for fish later.
There is. Will it be too late?
No. It's never too late on Friday for fish. So Monroe's getting a little more aggressive on defense here. Hutcherson's doing a good job breaking it, though. He's really quick with the ball. Here's Sproul. Fernholtz. Ooh, got rejected on that one. Monroe comes up with it. Schumacher. Stops and pops. Rim's good. Down to 13. Now I'm a little concerned, I'll admit.
11 and a half to go in the second half of the game.
Wasn't the lead just 20?
It was definitely 18 a minute ago or so.
Well, Stoughton needs a bucket here. Work the ball, be patient, look for a good shot. You know, we don't have Hobson in there, or McGee. Oh, Hobson is in there, I apologize, he's right there. Hobson. There's a 3. Rims out of there, no good. Monroe is chipping away here.
So would we say...
Wow, stops and pops for 3. No good.
A lot can happen in 10 and a half minutes.
Yep, there's a lot of basketball to be played here. But a couple baskets here and Stoughton could get right back. There's a 3. Hobson. It good.
That was a nice shot.
41-25 Stoughton. Just like that, the lead is 16. Now I feel good again.
You know, I like watching basketball up close.
Yeah?
I got to see a Badger game recently.
And you had pretty good seats for that, didn't you?
Yes, it was great. I really enjoyed it.
There's a 3. Back iron, no good. That's going to be on Conklin.
What kind of foul was it?
Just kind of a reach-in, I think. More buzzer. Just about 10 minutes to play here. Stoughton comfortably ahead by 16. There's a 3. Rims out of there, no good. Wow, Hobson looked like he was getting held, didn't he? Schumacher. There's JT. Bounces it into a number 11. He scores.
Number 11, that's Aaron Zilkowski.
The lead is 14. Hobson over to Fernholtz. To Sproul, back to Hutcherson. Stoughton still moving the ball pretty well. Here's Fernholtz.
A lot of movement.
Lefty shot is no good. Here's Sproul, got it tipped away. Here comes Monroe. Here's Schumacher. He is really quick. That ball almost thrown away.
There were some Schumachers in my high school.
Yeah. That's a foul. Hobson's not necessarily happy with that call. How do we say number 44? Is that JT Seagreaves?
Yes.
Seagreaves? She grieves. That's how I'm going to say it. Free throw's good. Anderson back in. Sproul will take a seat.
How tall is that LeBron James?
LeBron is 6'8", I believe.
That's tall. We were in LA recently and did not see him.
Yeah, I thought maybe when we went out to eat at In-N-Out, he might be there, but he wasn't. I think he lives in one of those mansions way up on the mountains. Oh, Scavlin off the board, good, and a foul.
Some nice basketball moves there. 8:47 left in the second half. Vikings ahead, 43-29.
Huge basket there for Scavlin. That puts the lead back to 14. Could make it 15 with the free throw. Wow. That looked,
Nice make.
that went off the glass.
Is make a basketball term?
But usually you don't try to shoot a free throw off the backboard. But it's good,
But,
so
I mean, that's what I do. Aren't you supposed to aim for the little square?
not on a free throw. That's a foul on Drew Anderson. Now, Drew Anderson's dad, I believe, is your dentist. Is that right?
Thane?
Thane.
Yes, he is.
I saw Thane earlier, but I'm not sure where he's at now. I'm sure he's. Oh, there he is.
Where?
About halfway up there. Behind the basket. Oh, hanging down there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought he was going to shoot that three. He did not.
I did play a lot of horse with my dad when I was a kid.
Yeah? Who usually won?
He did.
That was the old farmer versus farmer game?
Yep. In the shop.
You couldn't play horse until all the chores were done, though, right?
Right.
Chores must be done before we can frolic and play horse.
Then you mess around a little bit and then you go in and have dinner. Supper, I mean.
Yeah.
Supper.
8:15. So now if you look at the scoreboard there, Tricia, you'll see that the B above the Vikings is lit up.
Oh,
So now we're in the bonus, and if you see below a guest, they have committed 7 fouls.
Excellent, thank you.
Okay.
I think I understand the bonus situation now.
So now
But
because
there's also a double bonus.
Yep.
Is there a double secret bonus?
There's not a double seeker bonus, but at 10 fouls you get a double bonus. That's when you can start winning real money.
Okay. Now, if it's just a regular foul, you get 1.
Yeah.
If it's a foul while shooting, you get 2.
Yeah, but it's a 1-and-1 if you get fouled and you're not
For
shooting.
a regular foul, if you make the first one, you get another one.
Yep. Yep.
A lot of rules.
Yep. Tipped away. 8 minutes left. Hey, there's Jane McGuire coming in.
There aren't as many rules in baseball, but there's a
know,
lot of nuance.
Speaking of Stoughton Hospital, doesn't Jane McGuire work at Stoughton Hospital?
I believe she does.
Yeah. Monroe looking to get it in. Wow, that could have been an offensive foul. That's good.
Shot by Cade Meyer from Monroe.
That cuts it to 14. Monroe still has a shot here. Gonna have to get some turnovers.
7:43 to go in the second half.
Stoughton can be patient, look for a good shot. Here's Hobson. Out to Anderson. Anderson dribbling all the way in. Almost lost the handle, got it back. Hutch all the way. Yep, no shot clock, so no need to rush. Hobson for 3. Rims out, no good.
Shot clock is coming, right? 2020.
There's been a lot of talk about it, and they've kind of scrapped those plans. There's a wild 3. What was that one?
That did not hit the basket or the back.
What do we want to call that?
It was a miss.
Air ball. Exactly 7 minutes left. 45-31.
So what do we got? A 14-point lead?
Have we found if Ron Jake's here yet?
I haven't seen Ron Jake.
Ron said he was coming. You know the song, like, I believe that was Kansas.
Yep.
I mean, do the kids know that song?
They might not know that one. The kids do know a lot of our old music.
Yeah. Game time.
All we have to do is look for the Stoughton Trailers logo, and we should see Ron Jake.
Yeah,
He's always
that's
wearing
true.
Stoughton Trailers
Hey,
gear.
I see Connell McGee back there, wearing the Nike sweatshirt.
Oh, yeah.
So now you mentioned you played the band in high school.
Yes.
And what instrument did you play?
I played saxophone.
Now, what kind of events would you guys play at? I mean, sporting events.
Oh, we played at best. So there was a stage in the gym, so we would be up on the stage. And
Okay.
We played during the game and at halftime. And we did a whole show at halftime, of marching band show at halftime of the football games.
Oh, nice. And were those basically the 2 main ones, though?
Yeah, we didn't.
You didn't perform at, like, wrestling events and such?
No. We didn't play for the baseball games.
You know, it's one thing you don't see very much anymore is, like, a marching band at basketball games. That used to be quite common. It's just not the case anymore. I think back in the day, Stoughton the band would be way up there.
Yeah.
But they just, except for football, they just don't do that anymore.
We played such classics as Play That Funky Music, White Boy.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Huey Lewis in the News. I need a new drug, or I want it.
Yeah.
Whichever that one is.
Yep.
Because it has this great saxophone part in the middle of it, and we nailed it.
Fernholz into Nelson. Oh, he got fouled. Good aggressive move.
Because that guy had his hand over his head, right? Is that the foul?
Yep. That's going to be 2 shots for Nelson.
Birdland. Do you know that song?
Birdland? How does that one go? That one?
Yep,
like that,
that's it.
yeah. I don't know the name of that song, but that's a staple in marching bands. Nelson misses a pair. Oh, that would have really I feel like that could have put the game out of reach there if he would have made those. Monroe still fighting, playing hard. You know, Shafe and I talk.
They're working really hard.
You know, Shafe and I talk a lot about, at the youth level. There's a steal by Anderson. Hutch has got it. Hutch will be patient. Great ball handler, Hutcherson is. He's quick, very good with the ball. You know, Shafe and I talk a lot about, and we've been on the wild shot. That's a charge. Yeah, they're going to call a charge on that one. The offensive foul. But, sometimes we have the big lead. Sometimes the other team does. But you always like to see the teams playing hard.
Yep, for sure.
Weber's not sure about the call down there. Another thing you don't see anymore?
What's that?
Is, like, when we were in high school, like, pre-internet.
How long ago was that?
It was before the internet, Tricia. So, did anything really happen before the internet? That's a 3. Back iron, no
How
good.
did we find where we were going and make plans?
I'm not sure how we said, hey, we're going to do this on Wednesday. We'd say it on Wednesday, and then we'd just see, the next time you'd see that person would be like Saturday,
So what were you going to say about?
Well, I was saying that, as you see both of our coaches, although Weber is wearing a tie underneath, you typically don't see the suit and tie anymore with coaches.
That's true.
That used to be very standard.
No, just
Everything's just more casual that way, more athletic gear. And Now, the person down there behind the Stoughton bench, is he work for Stoughton newspaper there? Taking some photo for the hub?
I'm not sure.
But I've seen him around. Anderson makes both free throws. He's going to check out. The lead is 16 for Stoughton. I feel like this game is in hand now.
5:36 left to go.
You know, if the game gets a little more out of hand, we might see Burke. Burke.
I know you love Burke.
He's great.
What number is he?
I'm not sure which number Burke is.
3.
The lead is down to 14 now. Monroe has just not really gotten any closer, though. Here's Fernholtz to McGee. I believe McGee's wearing purple shoes. That's going to be a tie-up. Jump ball. Did you have any family that played basketball?
Sure.
Like at the high school level, or no?
Yep, I had a couple of really tall cousins, Gary and Jeff.
Oh, nice.
They played.
Well, they were definitely like born in the 70s if they were named Gary or Jeff.
My sister Sherry played volleyball.
Nice. There's a 3-ball, no good.
But my sisters and I were all in marching band, and that was almost like a sport.
Yep.
We competed nationally.
Stoughton's going to shoot. Now, as you look at the scoreboard, both B's are lit up.
Yes.
So now everything's a 2-shot foul.
Double bonus. It's a lot for the scoreboard person to keep track of.
Nelson rattles that one home. 48-33 Stoughton. Second one's a line drive, no good. Stoughton up by 15.
Monroe still working hard.
Yep, it's great to see. We might get, we're not quite there yet, but we'll probably get to the point in the next few minutes where some of the kids who normally don't play will get to play, and that's always fun to see. There's a long 3. Was that a shot? Or
it missed.
Or, that was a shot, right?
It was an attempt.
Air ball. But well, I feel like we're at the point where we can say we're in garbage time now.
What is it? Is that a real term?
Well, garbage time, I feel like that means the game is pretty much over. You can definitely tell that Schumacher is not at 100%. But he's trying to gut it out. There's a 3. That rims it. That one's short, no good.
It would be interesting to see him play at 100%.
Yes. Stoughton will most likely improve to 8-2 with this win. They'll be, what will they be in conference if they win?
Monona Grove currently is at 7-2.
Okay. So that would put Stoughton at 8-2 if we win?
That's right.
Nice. Hutch. There's Hobson.
Monona Grove
That's a foul on Seagreaves.
Monona Grove was first with 7-2. Was Stoughton in second with 7-2?
Yeah, and that's because Stoughton's lost twice to the Silver Eagles.
Now the next 2 teams are Monroe and Oregon, both at 7-3.
Oh, okay. Well, this put us ahead of them. There's not a lot of games left to play.
What time does the girls' game start this evening, Jay?
Approximately 7:15. So I feel like there'll be time for pizza, which is what I'm mostly concerned about. Hobson missed the first one. Second one rattles in. 16-point lead for the Vikings.
3:40 to go in the second half.
You feel good about this one now?
I do.
Yeah?
I think it's in the bag.
It's in the bag. Nice. Is it in the bank and collecting interest? There's a long 3. You know, Monroe just has, I mean, to put it simply, they just haven't hit their shots. You know? They've just, oh, there's a steal by Schumacher. That's a nice play. He's a quick player. That's and one.
Nice play on their part.
Who's that, number 15 there? Michael Lang?
Yep. He's been in and out the whole game.
You're right. I'd really like to see that Schumacher at 100%. Is Ron Jake here?
No, he's coming for the second game.
Okay. I mean, he can come up and sit up here if he wants. .311 left in the game.
You mean regular people could come right up here?
Well,
and
I
sit
mean,
next to the announcers?
there's no like rule. I mean, we're in a palatial announcer booth up here.
You might not want to say that. Then it's just going to be crowded around here.
Yeah. Back iron, no good. Wow. I should not have said it was over, Tricia. Ah, that's sloppy by Stoughton there.
Still a 12-point lead with 3:06 to go in the game.
So we were talking about Stoughton players that played for the Badgers, and that kid just walking up here.
Yep.
That was P.J. Rosowski, the former standout athlete for Stoughton, who just finished his career at UW a few months ago. Did some kicking off, and after.
Oh, I think you've mentioned him.
And he started as a walk-on and worked really hard and earned a scholarship. It was really cool.
All right, get after it.
It's great to see Stoughton athletes going to the next level in whatever sport it is, There are a lot of options here at Stoughton, as you don't always have those options at other schools. I mean, you have the big sports. You have basketball, football, and baseball.
Yep.
But you have hockey, wrestling.
Lacrosse.
Wrestling is very big here at Stoughton.
Soccer.
Do we have a soccer team?
We do.
I'm coming around to soccer.
Tennis.
Golf. Swimming.
Golf.
Lacrosse, right?
Yep.
Wow. So it's great that the kids have so many different options.
Lots of academic extracurriculars too.
Yep.
Just read in the Stoughton Courier Hub, which I love, about the.
Do you usually read that cover to cover?
I do. Actually, I don't necessarily read the sports section.
I go right to the sports section. Do you sometimes read the Hub while you're eating at Sunrise?
I do often. Yes, it's a favorite ritual.
Can I, even though they're not a sponsor, can I just say I love Sunrise, the family restaurant? I go there quite a bit.
I mean.
Like, I go there enough where she just gets me a Pepsi.
Yeah, they're great.
So are we a little concerned here? I mean, they've cut the lead down a little bit.
I'm not.
I feel like Stoughton's gotten a little sloppy here at the end. Like that, they missed a free throw, and then, Monroe just got aggressive, put it back in. And
like maybe they're letting their guard down
a little bit. I mean, the lead is still 12. And, Monroe's going to play some pressure defense and press.
Oh, there's a person walking right through the court.
I think there might be an issue there on the court. That's one of the custodial ladies that helps us. And that's Mel Dow.
The athletic director.
Yes. And there must be something on the court there. Maybe... It could be some blood or some kind of...
bodily fluid.
Yeah, some kind of foreign substance on there. I'm not sure if that's going to hold up the game. I think it is holding up the game.
Seems to be.
Yep. So we're going to have a little bit of delay here. That's Associate Athletic Director Bob Empey. We know Bob.
Yeah, is he the wrestling coach?
He's the co-wrestling coach with Dan Spildy.
Stoughton has a legendary wrestling program.
Yes. And
look at the conference champion banners, and wrestling is almost filled.
Wow.
Like they're gonna have to get another banner.
Where are we seeing that?
Right there, to the right.
Oh wow, yeah. It's
15, 16, 17, 18.
It's almost full. Usually there's the trainers down there too. I wonder if somebody got cut on, one of those battles down there. They seem to get pretty concerned when there's that, blood on the court.
Yeah. The old biohazard.
In MMA, they're not worried about blood.
No, they're not.
They want more blood.
They don't stop the match.
More blood, please.
Well, I have a hard time.
You have a hard time with the MMA?
Yeah.
A lot of people are into it. I find myself enjoying it at the same time. If it makes sense at the same time, I'm kind of disturbed by it.
I get that there's a significant amount of skill and effort that goes into it.
Just the brutality of it is a little too much for me,
I mean, maybe there could be a sport where people just hand each other flowers.
Yeah, I mean, even in a non-contact sport like baseball, they're still throwing the ball 97 miles an hour at their head.
That's fast.
You know what I mean? Like, you can never get away with it. It's always got to be some kind of danger to it. Stoughton breaks the...
Is that part of the excitement?
Yeah. We'll see if Monroe starts fouling here.
When I was learning about sports as a kid...
That's a foul.
They would talk about basketball being a non-contact sport, and I never understood it because they're constantly in contact.
Like I said, even something like baseball, I mean... and I played baseball at the high school level, and when you get hit by a pitch or there's a collision at second base, I mean, or you see the outfielders collide, I mean, there's some terrible injuries in that sport too. So you never, every sport, I mean, wrestling, first free throw is good.
What's the worst injury that's ever happened in professional basketball?
There's a long three. Back iron, no good. Hobson rebound. Stoughton leads by 13.
Whoa.
Oh, there's a steal.
Wow.
Monroe's got it. They could cut it to 10 with a three. That's a three. Oh,
Yep.
It's good. Wow. The
That
lead
was
is down to
for
10.
44 JT
I mean,
Seagreaves.
how is that not a foul? I don't understand. Jeez.
Monroe's getting very aggressive here in the last.
You can see Weber's pretty upset. I mean, didn't it seem at least a couple times there could have been a foul down on that end?
I just am not sure.
Weber's pretty hot about it. Hutcherson very rarely shoots the ball or shoots a free throw, so this will be interesting. First one's good.
Made it. 2:15 to go in the second half. Vikings up 51-40.
You're talking about really bad injuries in basketball, and the ones I've seen are mostly like fractured legs, Like a guy will go up for a layup and come down and like his ankle will just snap. It's, from what I remember seeing, the lead is 12, almost a steal.
Are concussions a concern?
I don't think so much in basketball. Basketball, baseball, not so much. Obviously, soccer, hockey.
A lot, yeah.
Hockey is a real...
That's a rough one.
There's a turnover. We were talking about my son out in Los Angeles, and his good buddy out there was a really good hockey player, and he just had to stop playing because of the concussions. Because at some point you're talking about, a young kid suffering multiple concussions. I mean, that kid has a life to live, their whole life to live, That's quite the concern about football. I mean, they're doing a lot better job with it and recognizing concussions, but... So we'll see if Monroe backs off here. And Monroe has put some of the players that normally don't play. I feel like we're going to see Burke at any moment now.
Monroe, we've got number 3, Kevin Schmidt. Number 2, Hunter Hushett.
So getting some of the kids in that don't get to play.
34, Donovan Gertch. Number 4, Ross Jacobson.
Looks like all their starters are out.
Number 20, Peyton Soddy. Yep, we've got a whole new team here.
Yep. Free throw is no good.
Less than 2 minutes to go.
You would think Stoughton would do. There's a long three. Good. It rattles in.
Shot.
The lead is 10. Wow, I'm surprised Monroe has. They might put some of their guys back in. Here's McGee.
Will they start doing that fouling thing?
The coach is yelling to foul. There's McGee. He's telling them to foul, but they're not for whatever reason.
Like, what would you have to?
I'm not sure.
What's the basic activity you would need to do to stop the clock?
Well, there's Hobson goes up. Finally a foul. The Monroe coach was just yelling, foul. Well, the Fort's over there ready to go, huh, the girls team?
Yep. I think we lost about half our student section. I think
Yeah.
it might have been the girls' players.
You could be definitely right. Hobson's free throw. Good. The lead is 11. Second one rattles in. Stoughton takes a timeout. I'm feeling pretty good about this game, though. So how do you feel about your first game in the booth?
Hey, it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You kind of feel like you're part of the action, you know?
You do. You really do. And you're so smart about sports. You have a significant sports knowledge. I only started learning about sports a little under 3 years ago after we met.
And your overall favorite sport, you would say, is basketball? Like if there's a long three off the glass, no good. Hobson's got it, and that should do it. There's a foul. Hobson will shoot two. Uh-oh, Burke's getting the warm-up off, Tricia.
Let's go, Burke.
Yes.
We've got a whole new Stoughton team.
All right, you're going to have to let us know who's in there.
All right.
Looks like they're going to bring 5 new guys in there. I know Burke's one of them. Burke's number 3.
I wish they made the sheet in about a 18-point font. All right, we've got number 11, Alex Johnson. Number 12, Graham Shield.
Now you know Graham's dad, don't you?
I do. Number 20, Owen Chase.
Oh, here he comes.
23, Tyler Martinson. Number 3, Zach Burke.
Yes. Shoot it, Burke. Hobson made both free throws as he checks out of the game. 57-43. Long three by Monroe. Back iron, no good. He stepped out of bounds.
Less than a minute to go.
Martinson stepped out of bounds for Stoughton. 55.5 left. There's a drive all the way. That's a nice looking drive.
Okay, nice job
Off the glass, good.
by
Here's Burke.
number 2, Kevin Schmidt.
Burke's dribbling. Oh, Burke gets fouled. Exciting things happen when Burke comes in.
I know you love Burke.
He always gets fouled, or he makes a shot.
5'9" senior.
5'9" senior. He's basically your height, Trisha.
He's
Oh, it's good.
Just a little taller than me.
Burke's on the board.
41 seconds left.
Stoughton by 13. Oh, we got a spectacled kid with the spectacles checking in. You don't see that a lot anymore.
What do you mean, glasses?
Yes, for number 5 for Monroe. Second one rims in. Back iron down for Burke. Burke's got 2 points.
That would be Kale.
Long three for
Lost an
Monroe. Soft Shield battling for it. Shield's like, get off me. Look at Shield, somebody's open. Oh!
Right past him.
He was too wide open.
They're excited.
Yeah. You know, these kids, and I've talked about it on numerous broadcasts, these kids who are on the court now, they practice really hard. There's a nice shot. And they practice hard, and they are, you know, and
They put in the time.
wow, there's a couple quick baskets there. The lead is 10. Last 10 seconds here. She wants to get fouled. Uh-oh. Johnson.
2.
Yes, at the buzzer. It's good.
Stoughton Vikings 61-49. Well, that was a fun game.
Well, did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it. Did you enjoy it?
I did. Nice win for Stoughton. And what does that put Stoughton's record after tonight's win, Tricia?
Well, in the league of Badger South, it puts them at 8-2.
And overall?
10-8.
Very nice.
Math.
Nice win for the Vikings. Do we know the Vikings' next game?
We do. It is Stoughton at Fort Atkinson for the boys.
Okay.
On Tuesday.
And then it looks like they play next Friday at Oregon.
That's right.
All right. Hey, there's Ron Jake.
You know, you can watch the Oregon games on WSTO channel.
Well, sometimes they're on if they play Stoughton. Yep. So.
Or you can watch the Stoughton game in Oregon. What was that you were telling me about?
Yeah, they broadcast it on
broadcast.
980. So the final score tonight from Stoughton. Stoughton Vikings 61. The Monroe Cheesemakers 49.
You can see all the games on WSTO.tv.
Yep. So we'll say good night from Stoughton.
All right. We'll see you next game.
Yes. All right.
Good night.
This broadcast of Stoughton High School boys basketball on WSTO TV is brought to you by Stoughton Hospital. For more than 100 years, our neighbors in the Stoughton area have trusted Stoughton Hospital to provide personalized, forward-thinking, expert health care. Stoughton Hospital is a proud supporter of WSTO programming, trusted care close to home. Stoughton Trailers is proud to support Stoughton High School athletics. Come join the family. Apply now on our career page at stoughtontrailers.com. The UPS store of Stoughton. You can't do it all at once, but you can do it all in one place. 2364 Jackson Street, next to Papa Murphy's. Hanson Electronics, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent and Radio Shack dealer. Pizza Pit of Stoughton, fresh, fast, and hot delivery of our great pizzas, sandwiches, chicken, and more. And McGlynn Pharmacy, your local full-service pharmacy with free delivery.